I live on Poindexter, and here we are. We're finishing up doing the copper work on the starboard side of the Beaver, and we're just about to move over here on the port side. However, last week we had an interesting visit with Chris Belland, and we thought you might like to see this.
Being able to see this done the way it was done in the old way is just an extraordinary experience that we hope to share with visitors for the next 10, 20 years coming to Boston. We're doing it the way that it was done more or less in the 18th century, and we think that those attributes will be shared and enjoyed by so many people that it's not being done really that I know of anywhere else in the world right now. I think you can see that even though this is a job for some of these guys, I think Leon has imparted a passion for building these vessels the way they were done, and every time I come up here I get re-enthused with this whole project. I just finished the shoot of the film Let It Begin Here in Richmond, and we had a crew that was the best, I think, in the reenactment battle scene industry. We had reenactors literally from all over the East Coast, North Carolina, Connecticut, Rhode Island, who brought with them their own enthusiasm, their own attention to detail, right down to their costumes or the uniforms that they made at home. And that element of authenticity goes hand in glove with what's being done here in Gloucester. The whole story of the Tea Party as being the single most important event leading up to the American Revolution is a story that deserves to be told as best as we can tell it. That gives me the enthusiasm to want to have the film right, to have the boats right, to have the reenactors right, to have the whole layered experience dovetail one to another to tell this extraordinary story. One of the things that was very interesting coming to Boston this trip was that we had a meeting this morning with the Old South Meeting House, and they have just salvaged one of the last bells that was made available, and they were able to acquire this bell, and you were able to film the bringing of the bell back to Old South Meeting House, which is of course where the Tea Party started, and very soon that bell will be installed, and the voice of Paul Revere will be heard once again. After some 200 years, the bell will ring and summon people to the Old South Meeting House. And what I found very interesting and poignant about that moment was that here we are telling the story of this bell coming back to Old South Meeting House, and today we're using the copper that was actually manufactured by the original Revere Copper Company that was founded in 1810 by Paul Revere, and I found that connection just extraordinarily interesting.
Well, we hope you enjoyed Chris's visit. Next week we're going to be working more on the rudder and the stern post area. We had a new pintle mate, and we'll be fitting that. So check in with us and as work continues on the Beaver.